And welcome to tonight's game. We're live from the Bearcat Event Center here in Dexter for the boys Class 1 state sectionals between the Risco Tigers and the Scott County Central Braves. I'm Tyler Wagner along with Travis Coterminous for tonight's game. And Travis, this is one matchup that everyone's been looking forward to when it comes to fans of small schools in our area in Southeast Missouri. And we're finally getting to see it tonight here from the Bearcat Event Center.
Well, this is the third straight year these two teams have met in sectionals. Hasn't gone Risco's way the last 2 years, but they think they've got a real shot this year.
They certainly have, and it's been all one sided the past few years, of course, with Scott County Central and the teams they've had. Otto Porter being the mainstay of that team, going on and playing at Georgetown this year, and last year was a 108-41 victory for the Scott County Central Braves in this gymnasium. And Risco's been confident all year long that they can make a run if they could just get themselves to this point in this game, and they're certainly going to be matching up quite well with the Scott County Central Braves. Both teams go about 6 foot, 6'1" across the board, so they're going to match up evenly, and it's going to be a fast-paced game. Both teams like to get out and run, especially for Risco. They like to get the ball in the hands of Chris Pavey to stretch the court end to end, and also Dominique Porter for the Scott County Central Braves. He likes to get out in the open court, so we're going to see two very similar styles of play tonight. Should be fun to watch.
Another trademark for both these teams, Tyler, full court pressure defense. Scott Central's played that way for years. Risco likes to play that way too. They want to force turnovers. They want to get easy shots. So this is going to be up and down the court, a real track meet.
It certainly will be, and Risco's been very balanced in scoring throughout the year, and their main scorers are going to be Chris Pavey, Luke Bixler, Jeremy Fowler, but they've had a lot of contribution out of Jordan Pavey, the sophomore, moving up, playing very well, and Brandon Bixler having a great game in that Class 1 District 1 final with Gideon. I believe he had 14 points in that game, and that's not what you would expect you wouldn't expect double-digit points from Brandon Bixler, but he played very well underneath for the Tigers, getting inside baskets. But Risco's certainly going to look for the three-pointer. They shot 26 threes in the first half against Gideon in that district title, and that's good for a game, and they did it in a half. They like to shoot the three, and sometimes you can say they live and die by it. But Scott County Central is going to be playing maybe a man-to-man, a 1-2-2 zone, which they played a lot of all year long. So that might enable Risco to shoot from the outside. It just all depends on if they can knock them down.
Well, that's going to be a key. Both teams going to, as you say, like to put up that three-point shot. Risco has 5 boys that have averaged in double figures this year. As you mentioned, Chris Pavey right at 20 points a game. Luke Bixler right at 19 points a game for the Scott County Central Braves. Dominique Porter is 24 points a game on average. So these teams can both shoot the high percentage shots, good from the three-point line as well. It's going to be a high-scoring game, I have a feeling.
It certainly should be, and one part of this game that I'm looking forward to and see who gets the advantage is rebounding. There's a good chance we're going to see quite a few missed shots tonight because both teams like to put it up and put it up early in their offense. So who controls the boards, who gets that first rebound, not enabling the other team to get second chance opportunities, that could be the key to this game, rebounding.
Well, rebounding is always such a crucial factor in any basketball game. The team that controls the offensive boards in particular can get those easy put-back-in shots, obviously going to have the advantage. One thing I think that will be key here as well, Risco is a much deeper team than Scott Central. They'll play 9 or 10 players, whereas the Braves will typically only play 6 or 7.
Fans are reminded that the purpose of this contest is to promote the educational mission of these two schools.
And we're certainly glad you joined us tonight here live from the Bearcat Event Center in Dexter. It's coming down to the end of the season here. March Madness certainly has started with high school basketball, and we've been bringing it to you all year long. Glad you joined us for some postseason action here, live from the Bearcat Event Center in Dexter.
We've got a packed house tonight, Kyle.
Certainly do.
4 wins, 3 losses. The District 1 champion, Risco Tigers. And the home team, the District 2 champions with a record of 17 wins, 10 losses, the Scott County Central Braves.
Certainly, if you look at the records, Travis, Risco's got the edge, but Scott County's played a brutal schedule this year, so you can basically throw those records out.
That's exactly right.
And starting for the Risco Tigers, number 23, senior, Jeremy Fowler. Number 21 for the Scott County Central Braves, Antonio Johnson. For the Risco Tigers, number 14, senior, Austin White. And number 11 for the Braves, junior, Jalen Porter. Number 34, junior for the Tigers, Hunter Knight. Number 5, sophomore, Lorandis Banks for the Braves. 00 for the Tigers, senior, Luke Bixler. Number 23, senior for the Braves, Dominique Porter. Number 10 for the Tigers, senior, Chris Pavey. And for the Braves, number 31, senior, LaMarcus Stewart. Risco Tigers headed up by Brandon Blankenship. Scott County Central Braves headed up by Kenyon Wright. And here we go, it's finally here. Risco versus Scott County Central for the third year in a row. Winner advancing to the Class 1 quarterfinals next Saturday in Poplar Bluff.
Put on your track shoes, folks. This one's going to be a barn burner.
It should be. Tip goes up. Advantage to the Braves.
LaMarcus Stewart bringing the ball up for the Braves.
Banks within the corner. Stewart retains. Risco in a 2-3 zone set. And a steal by White. Turns it over. Tigers. And a foul as the Tigers try to get on the break. That's Banks with the foul. First personal, first team for the Braves.
Central foul number 5. Lorandis Banks, his first personal, team foul number 1 on the Braves.
Turnovers are going to be key to here tonight, Tyler.
They certainly are. Scott County Central opening up in a full court press.
It's been a trademark of the Braves for years. And there's
and
the
turnover. Braves. Stewart with the steal. And loses it out of bounds. Turnover to the Tigers.
Good defense there from White.
Pavey brings it across. He pulls up, and it's going to be a charging foul. Charge to Pavey. Turnover to the Braves. We've seen all defense here early on, Travis.
Well, both of these teams pride themselves on good defense, Tyler. We talked about the offense, but good defense here from these two teams also.
Risco, full court pressure as well. Porter at the top of the key. No good.
See a lot of that tonight.
Stewart with it. Pulls it back out. Shot up in the corner by Banks. He knocks it down.
3-point basket by Lorandis Banks.
Lorandis Banks shoots the ball very well from the outside.
One of 3 Braves averaging in double figures.
Quick 3 by White. A little strong. And a foul be charged. Can't see which team it was on.
Number 23, Jeremy Fowler.
Jeremy Fowler for the Tigers. His first personal, first team, or second team foul for the Tigers. And a give and go into the paint, scores it.
And a foul.
Nice basket there by Stewart.
LaMarcus Stewart at the foul. Risco foul number 34, Hunter Knight.
Called the foul on Hunter Knight.
Foul number 3, shooting 1 for Scott County Central, LaMarcus Stewart. Marcus Stewart with the old-fashioned 3.
Scott Central out to a quick 6-0 lead.
Hunter Knight with the shot at the elbow, banks it in.
Nice turnaround jumper there. Right inside the paint for the Tigers.
Porter on the drive. Nowhere to go. He puts it up, won't go. Rebound goes to the Tigers. Gives it up to Pavey, up to Bixler. He's on the drive. He goes up, and he scores it.
Basket by Luke Bixler for the Tigers.
Both of these teams have quick strike capability, and you saw it right there.
That's exactly right.
Stewart to Banks. He drives it, dumps it down. Shot up and in. Antonio Johnson with the score. And turned over.
That full court press.
Shot up, good, and
good.
the basket. Johnson with the steal at the top of that press. Finished it off. Chance at a three-point play. Unforced error there by Risco. They just a poor pass at the top of that press. We've got a timeout on the floor, and we'll take a break and be right back.
Southeast Health is proud to announce that we've teamed with Cardiovascular Consultants, the largest cardiology group in Southeast Missouri, to bring you more experience with 6 cardiologists under one roof and more convenience with 2 facilities for outpatient diagnostics and clinics throughout the region. When it comes to cardiac care in the region, there is a difference. Southeast Health. To learn more, visit sehealth.org.
And we're back with you. Risco had called a quick timeout. And Antonio Johnson will go to the line to shoot one. Made the basket right before the break. Chance at a three-point play.
Trying to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. And he missed it.
Short. And the shot put up no good, but Antonio Johnson will commit the personal foul.
Praise foul number 21, Antonio
over the back
Johnson.
there.
First personal team foul, number 2 on the Braves.
And knocked out of bounds off of Porter. It'll stay with the Tigers. 5:16 remaining in this first quarter.
Tyler Risco's making a mistake trying to dribble through this press. They're going to have to get better passing.
Yeah, that's what they do best. They like to get out and pass the ball up the court, and that's what they're going to have to do against this press. They're both good, they're all good passers. Certainly the ball handlers for the Tigers, but yeah, they probably haven't, come up against the quickness and the speed it's such as Scott County Central this year, but they can certainly handle it. It's just adjusting to it early on.
That's right.
And ball taken away by the Braves. Stewart recovers. He's on the right sideline. Jumper by Banks in the baseline, rims off. Bixler with a rebound. He's going to push it. Gives it up to Fowler. He goes up and rims off. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
A blocking foul there.
Braves foul number 31, Marcus Stewart.
That's one thing both teams are going to have to do is get back on defense. Scott County Central had a good look. They're close, but if a missed shot is going to turn into an open opportunity for the opposing team if they're not able to get back.
Fowler hits the first one. And drains the second one.
2 for Jeremy Fowler.
Substitution, we've got Brandon Bixler for the Tigers checking in for Hunter Knight.
Number 40, Brandon Bixler.
And ball thrown away. Bixler with the steal. And ball thrown away, but Banks tries to split the defensive Risco. Gets it taken away.
Bixler with the steal there for Risco. First
White
three for them. Off
White.
the side for the backboard. Not a good shot.
Banks with a pull up. No good. And Porter with underneath. He can't get the gimme to go. And taken away by Risco. And a traveling violation. committed by the Tigers, turns it over to Scott County Central.
A lot of turnovers here in the early going, Tyler.
Certainly have been, and both teams playing a little too quick at times, and another turnover
There's
right
another
there. A little strange, a couple unforced turnovers by both teams.
A little bit of nervousness, I think, showing here early on for both teams, Tyler.
Very well may be. And
Another
turn right
unforced
back
error.
over.
Just past that, right out of bounds.
Uncharacteristic of both teams.
No question. Risco missing a lot of opportunities here in the early going.
Nice turnaround jumper.
Basket by Marcus Stewart for Scott County Central.
Bixler with it at half court. Gives it up to Bixler. He'll drive it into the paint. And a blocking foul charged to Porter. And Luke Bixler goes to the line to shoot two.
Braves foul number 23, Dominique Porter. First personal, team foul number 4 at the line, shooting two. Christopher Pavey. Correction, Luke Bixler.
Bixler's first shot good. Risco shoots the ball from the line very well, and that's what they want to do, is get their opportunities at the line.
Both these teams are good free throw shooters too, Tyler.
Second shot's good.
Two for Luke Bixler for the Tigers.
Quickly the other way, scores it.
Coast.
That's Stewart.
Basket by Marcus Stewart for the Braves.
He's got 7 points so far.
And we've got an over and back violation. Turns it over to the Braves. Both teams giving the other fits here early on, especially with that pressure out front. I really thought both teams would be able to handle each other's pressure, but certainly hasn't been the case early on.
No, both teams having trouble handling the ball.
Shot up no good. That's Jordan Pavey with a rebound. Sophomore in for the Tigers. And ball loose, taken away by the Braves. Dominique Porter will finish it off.
His first point of the game.
Dominique Porter for Scott County Central.
And a push foul on the Braves.
Pavey's going to have to learn he's just not going to be able to split that track.
Yeah, that's what happened on the previous series. Risco wants to push the ball, but I mean, you're going to have to really work the ball up the court more so against this Scott County Central defense, and it goes the same way for Scott County. He's just not going to be able to take off and dribble through this press.
Kendall Blissett into the game for the Scott County Central Braves.
Fowler's three's no good. Bixler with a shot underneath, won't go.
Blissett with the rebound there.
Stewart gives it up to Porter. He's underneath, goes up, no good.
Shot blocked.
Risco defending the basket quite well. Pushed up to Fowler. Pavey with it. Top of the key is over to Bixler. He'll put up the quick three. A little strong. Out of bounds. Over to the Braves.
The threes are not falling for Risco early on.
Yeah,
that's their bread and butter.
Yeah, it sure is. Stewart on the right side. He'll be fouled on the way to the basket. Luke Bixler charged with the personal.
His second.
Risco foul number 0-0, Luke Bixler. Second personal, team foul number 5.
And a shot put up and in by Porter underneath.
Basket by Dominique Porter for the Braves.
2 in a row by Porter.
Pavey quickly up the court, scores it and the foul. Pavey finally got some room in transition, and he finished it off. Chance for a three-point play.
Basket is good by Christopher Pavey. Scott County Central foul number 11, Jalen Porter at the line, shooting one, Christopher Pavey for the Tigers.
Trying to complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, the Tigers certainly need Pavey to be aggressive tonight, get to the paint such as he did there, finish it off. Chance for a three-point play, and he sinks it.
Austin White back into the game for the
Checking
Tigers.
in for Risco number 14, Austin White.
Stewart bringing the ball up for the Braves. He's driving the lane, pulls up for the jumper, and nails it.
Nice shot there by Stewart.
He's having a big game here in the first
certainly
quarter,
is.
Tyler. 9 points for the young man.
Knight with it, puts it up at the elbow, short. Banks with the rebound.
Scott Central's really controlling the glass right now.
Porter into the paint, puts it up, rims off. Well, Porter's really trying to make his way into that paint. He's been efficient there in the paint early on for the Braves.
Yes, he has been.
Fowler looked for the three, but he's going to kick it out. Bixler ends up with it. And he travels with it.
Number 10, Chris Pavey back into the game for Risco. Oh!
Out of bounds. Off of the Braves. It goes to the Tigers.
Stewart just not paying attention to the inbounds pass there. Cost his team. Coach Wright won't like that.
Knight with the ball at the top of the key. Looks like White's going to go out of the game.
I think he was injured. That's why they stopped the game for a substitution. He kind of staggered off the court there a little bit.
Yeah, it was Austin White.
Yes.
Steps off. Pavey with a three off the pick. No good. Porter with a rebound. And he's fouled as Porter tries to make his way up the sideline. That foul be on Jordan Pavey.
Yes, they're going to call him for the push-off.
20, Jordan Pavey. First personal team foul, number 6.
Stewart ready for the ball that time. He brings it up the court for SEC.
Under a minute remaining in the first quarter. Stewart pull-up jumper, a little short.
Oh, he's up and down.
And a traveling violation. Turns it over to the Tigers.
He jumped. He just didn't shoot.
Well, it looked like a Risco player had a hold of the ball. I was expecting
another travel.
Alternate possession there, but meanwhile, it's a turnover by the Tigers by Chris Pavey. Certainly don't expect that from Pavey, but at times Risco's having a hard time with his full court pressure. It's really unforced, just not really releasing the ball as you would expect him to. So we've got 30 seconds remaining here in the first frame.
The Braves' pressure is forcing turnovers, but Risco has thrown the ball away a lot.
And Scott County's got that deceptive pressure. You know, they don't really just hound you, but they jump into a lane when you're expected to pass, and it might throw you off just a bit.
They move their feet well, and they've got quick hands.
Porter underneath, scores it.
Puts the rebound back up.
And we're at 5 seconds now. Down to 3. And a score at the bucket by Chris Pavey. And that brings
Chris Pavey went coast to coast there and laid it in at the buzzer.
First quarter score 22-13 in favor of the Scott County Central Braves. We'll be back with your second quarter coming up.
Would you turn that TV down, please?
What?
Turn the TV down, please.
What?
If what you've seen here is a common problem in your home, then Audubell Hearing Centers of Poplar Bluff and Dexter would like to invite you to come in and try the new Range wireless hearing aid system. This new system plays your TV's sound directly into your hearing aids so that you and your loved ones can enjoy your favorite programs at a comfortable level.
We know you have many choices in automobile dealerships, but at Glen Sain, our customers are special. We want you to understand that we're always working very hard to please our customers. We have a great selection to choose from, and with the 0% and the rebates and our prices at Glen Sain, it's a great time to buy. I'm Danny Ford, owner of Glen Sain. We want you to come see us, and God bless our troops.
And we're back with you for your second quarter. Risco will open up with possession. Scott County with a 22-13 advantage after one.
Only one three-pointer in that first quarter, Tyler. That's a little surprising.
Pavey in the corner, pull-up jumper. It's good.
Basket by Jordan
Number 20,
Pavey
Jordan
for the
Pavey, his
Tigers.
first point.
Porter underneath on the baseline, scores it.
Boy's having a big game
He
underneath.
certainly is. They're going to have to find a way to stop him underneath. Porter's typically a perimeter player, but he's really worked underneath in this game so far, and he's having his way.
There's another turnover from Risco. Banks getting the steal. Now he's got the ball. Oh, big three-pointer.
Three-pointer good.
Number 11, Jalen Porter.
Three-point basket by Jalen Porter for the Braves.
Pass up ahead, looked like it was off of Banks.
Scott County.
Off of
Break.
Banks, it'll stay with the Tigers. That was close to going off of Fowler's fingertip as well.
Yes, it was.
Fowler with the inbound, gives it into Pavey. Jordan Pavey with a three, knocks it down.
Jordan Pavey for the Tigers.
Pavey opened up with 2 baskets for the Tigers.
He's got all their points in the second quarter.
And a basket underneath by Porter.
Underneath
Basket
again.
by Dominic Porter for the Braves.
Jordan Pavey with another jumper, knocks it down.
Pavey's hot.
Sophomore coming in, having a big second quarter for Risco so far.
Jump ball.
And we've actually got a timeout. Looks like we got a timeout for the Braves.
Okay.
So we'll take a break, and we'll be right back.
Timeout, Scott.
Did your little storm knock out the power? Well, excuse me for not noticing.
Hate to disappoint you, old man Winter. Better luck next time.
If the power goes out, your Generac standby generator goes on, automatically.
Down trees? Flash floods? Is that all you've got?
Stand up to the threat of outages with Generac and never feel powerless.
And we're back with you, and a quick timeout by the Braves just before there was going to be a potential tie-up. So fortunate series there for the Braves. Scott County to take it out of half court. Porter underneath, works the baseline, goes up, and he scores it again. He's having his way underneath, Travis.
Yes, he certainly is.
Basically, they're putting him in the post, posting him up, giving him the ball, and they're basically forcing somebody to stop him underneath because he's having his way in
so
the post.
far, Risco hasn't found the answer to that.
Fowler gets his own rebound. And a stoppage in play. Looked like Fowler may have taken a shot in the face going for the rebound.
Fowler now going to take it out of bounds for Risco.
Pavey on the left wing. And a trip there looked like by Jalen Porter.
I think
Jalen
Porter.
Scott County Central foul number 5, Lorandas Banks.
Actually, that's on Lorandas Banks.
Second personal team foul number 7.
So that will send Luke Bixler to the line to shoot a 1-on-1. First shot, no good.
That's the first free throw they've missed tonight.
Stewart on the drive, pull-up jumper, rims out. Hunter Knight with a strong rebound. Scott County really slowing down Risco, but they get it up to Jordan Pavey, up to Bixler. Over to Fowler for a 3 on the left wing. Nails it.
Jeremy Fowler for the Tigers.
Porter with the 3 on the baseline. He knocks it down.
Basket by Dominic Porter for the Braves.
Dominic Porter having an excellent first half for the Braves.
Got 8 to score.
And a walking violation by Pavey.
Checking in for Risco, number 14,
Chris Pavey's
Austin
having a
White.
tough night.
And
Yeah,
number
well,
40,
the thing is, Scott
Brandon
County is
Bixler.
pressuring off of of a made and miss basket, and Risco's not really used to being, pressured in that instance. They're usually pushing the ball up themselves.
Oh, nice dunk down pass, but he lost the handle.
Lost the handle.
The ball back.
Bixler retains it, pushes it up to Chris Pavey. He goes in, over to Fowler. Bixler underneath, loses the handle. Banks comes away with it. He's into the paint, scores it.
Coast to coast.
Basket by Mirandus Banks.
Pavey quickly up the court, behind the back, nice push pass. But a foul charged to Jalen Porter.
Gonna be his second.
Race foul number 11, Jalen Porter. Second personal team foul number 8 at the line for Risco, Christopher Pavey.
Chris Pavey will go to the line to shoot a 1-1. 18 fouls on the Braves.
One thing the Braves cannot afford, Tyler, is foul trouble. They're just not deep enough.
Pavey's first shot, rims in.
Nailed it.
Second shot, good.
Chris Pavey, timeout, Tigers.
And we got a timeout by Risco. We'll take a break and we'll be right back.
At Allen Christian and Dexter, you'll like the way we do business for many reasons.
We make the buying experience simple with a large selection of Buicks and GMCs to choose from.
We offer quality pre-owned vehicles priced to fit any budget. No gimmicks, guaranteed.
Shop us any day, anytime, here in Dexter or online at AllenChristian.com.
We service what we sell with one of the most experienced service departments in the Heartland area. Selection, price, experience, family owned for over 53 years. Allen Christian Buick GMC, Dexter.
And we're back with you. 4:30 remaining in this first half. Scott County up at this point by 10, 35-25. Braves will have possession. Stewart with it. Risco still sticking in this zone set, 2-3 set. That's Austin White trying to deny Porter. And that's what they're going to do, play more aggressive against Porter. He's having his way underneath. He commits the foul, so that'll send Porter to the line to shoot a 1-1.
Going to have to get more of a body on him. And that was, that's what they were trying to do there. Got whistled for the foul.
First shot, no good.
Rebound by Brandon Bixler. Risco quickly bringing it up the court.
Bixler underneath, goes up, no good.
Oh, they said that was off of Scott Central.
Yeah, they caught it off of Porter. It was Porter and Fowler trying to get the possession, so it'll stay with the Tigers. 4 minutes remaining. First half, Pavey inbounds. Looks out to Stewart, or to White, but taken away. And Banks hit the slam. Fowler down to Bixler. Back out to Fowler. He'll put up the quick three. A little strong. And Porter come away with a rebound, and Kenyon Wright come away with the timeout. So we'll take a break and we'll be right back.
First Midwest Bank Gold Club offers special privileges for our friends who are age 50 or better and have combined deposits of $5,000. Members enjoy trips, cruises, seminars, and picnics along with free personalized bank services. Upcoming trips include Journey Through the Holy Land, Yellowstone in winter, Classic Ireland, and Hawaiian Paradise Cruise. Stop by any First Midwest Bank location to sign up for the Gold Club. It's absolutely free. First Midwest Bank, providing common sense financial solutions every day.
And we're back with you. Scott County Central called a quick timeout on that rebound.
Coach Wright really wanted a foul there, but he didn't get the call.
And Chris Pavey almost coming away with the steal. It'll stay with the Braves. Stewart into the lane, kicks it out to Banks. He'll put up the three on the left side, a little short. And a foul. Looks like that'll be,
I think they're going to whistle Porter there.
On Dominique Porter.
For a foul off the ball.
Scott County foul number 23, Dominique Porter.
His second.
Second personal team foul number 9.
That'll send Austin White to the line to shoot a 1-on-1. .324 remaining in this first half. First shot no good. And a foul on the Tigers. That looks like it's on Brandon Bixler.
Brandon Bixler called there for the push-off.
So we're getting quite a few free throws here. Both teams in the bonus. So that'll send Antonio Johnson to the line to shoot a 1-on-1.
Checking in for Risco number 34, under 9. At the line shooting 1-on-1. Antonio Johnson.
First shot up, it's good.
Knight back into the game for Risco. And it rimmed out. Knight with the rebound. Pavey now bringing it up the court. Off to Knight in the middle. Dumps it off down to Jordan Pavey.
And ball trying to get down to Fowler. Off of Fowler over to the Braves. Scott County Central has been very effective forcing Risco to be a half-court team. They've really slowed them down, and they've had difficulty at times working in the half court.
Well, they've just taken Risco's inside game completely away.
Stewart into the drive, jump stop up, scores it. He's had a fine first half, LaMarcus Stewart.
His first points in the second quarter. He had 8 in the first.
Pass ahead to Knight. He goes up, can't get it to go, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
That'll be 3 on Jalen Porter.
Braves foul number 11, Jalen Porter. Third personal team foul number 10, shooting 2 for the Tigers, Hunter Knight.
First shot good.
One thing Scott Central just cannot afford is foul trouble. They're just not deep enough.
Second shot good.
2 for Hunter Knight.
Stewart on the drive. He pulls up in the paint. He nails it. Man, he's having quite a half.
12 point. They are really hitting their shots.
They certainly are. And Stewart's having his way getting into the paint. Deep 3 by Jordan Pavey. No good. Out of bounds off of White. Over to the Braves.
Tyler Masters checked into the game for the Braves. He got the rebound.
Stewart on the drive. Off of Risco. It'll stay with Scott County. 2:13 remaining in this first half. Three-pointer put up, no good, but he follows it.
Follows
nice
the shot,
ball.
but he didn't get the rebound.
And pass
Good job
quickly.
by Knight there.
Brian White on the drive, and he'll commit the charge. Nice defense there by Lorandis Banks. Stepped over to claim his ground, and White pretty much had nowhere to go at that point. His momentum was carrying him forward.
Number 14, Austin White. Second personal team foul, number 9 on the Tigers.
That's the second foul on White.
Well, it looked like Risco was going to have an open court opportunity for the first time in probably this second quarter, and Scott County gets it done, getting back and protecting the basket.
Well, right now, Scott County is just outplaying them on both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively.
Stewart over to Porter for his shot. No good. And quick pass underneath. That's
Johnson trying to get the ball in there to Masters, but Masters not ready for the pass.
That's an awful quick pass to catch in such close quarters.
He went off of him and over to Risco.
Chris Pavey brings it up. He drives it. Shot at the elbow. No good.
Ball.
Nice
right
shot.
Now, Risco can't buy a shot.
Just couldn't get it to go. Ball passed out. Banks open on the left side. Has the ball taken away. Nice deflection there by White.
Yeah, he picked his pocket there.
Pavey on the drive. Gives it up to White. Easy two.
Nice ball movement there from Risco.
Risco basket by Austin White.
His first points of the game.
Porter on the baseline. He goes up and he's fouled. Porter having his way on that baseline. We've seen him do that very well this year. I know the game with Kennett we had, he owned that baseline, and he likes to get on that baseline, either dribble it left, get to the basket, or go to the inside and draw the foul. And he's done very well doing that tonight.
Porter at the line.
Checking back in for Risco, number 00, Luke Bixler.
Got a minute remaining in this first half. Second shot by Porter's good.
Drained them both.
2 for Dominique Porter.
Quickly down the court.
Nice
Jordan Pavey with the score.
Risco basket by Jordan Pavey.
9 points for Jordan Pavey here in the second quarter.
He's come up big for the Tigers here in this second quarter. And goes to the ground, kicks it out to Stewart.
Surprised we didn't get a traveling call there.
And we've got a timeout by the Braves.
Timeout.
We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
30-second timeout.
For more than 75 years, the law firm of Crow, Reynolds, Shetley, McVeigh, and Shear, LLP, has served the legal needs of Southeast Missouri. Located at 308 1st Street in Kennett, Crow, Reynolds, Shetley, McVeigh, and Shear, LLP is a full-service law firm providing representation in a wide range of areas, such as personal injury, workers' compensation, family law, criminal law, probate, business, and estate planning. For all your legal needs, call Crow, Reynolds, Shetley, McVeigh, and Shear, LLP at 573-888-4664.
People come from everywhere to get their deal from Lincoln Lacey. They come from Midview, Bloomville, Oren, from New Madrid, Bertrand, Campbell, Parma, Kelso, Lilburn, Portageville, Risco, Bernie. Lincoln Lacey is your domestic auto needs headquarters. From Rector, Arkansas, Gideon, Sykes, Heck, in Arkansas, Morehouse, Dexter, Minor, East Prairie, Charleston, Chaffee, Hollard, Arkansas. Come on out to Lincoln Lacey in Malden.
And back to the action. Porter with the quick inbound. He goes up and scores it.
Risco has no answer for Don Porter right now.
They certainly don't. They're going to shore that up at halftime, make an adjustment.
He is dominating the game in the paint.
Bixler for three on the left side. We're in and out. Now
and
down.
Porter with the rebound.
5 seconds. And a charging foul. Was that on Porter there? Nope. That's LaMarcus Stewart.
Second. 1.8 seconds. Hardly enough time for Risco to get off the shot.
Deep attempt, no good. And that'll bring it in to our first half here from the Bearcat Event Center. And Dexter, 46-31 advantage for the Scott County Central Braves after 2 quarters of play. We'll take a quick break. Be back with your halftime stats and discussion coming up next.
March 15th through 17th at the state-of-the-art Mizzou Arena at the historic Hearns Center on the campus of the University of Missouri.
Hello, I'm Dr. Terry Swinger, and I'm so pleased that YHC TV will be carrying so many sporting events this year, both boys and girls. These events help with leadership, personality development, and I would like to wish all of our students and all of our schools a safe and successful year.
If you have the audacity to believe a financial advisor should talk with you, not at you.
If you have the nerve to believe meeting eye to eye helps you see eye to eye.
If you believe access to your financial advisor should be a right, not a privilege.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and Think Time make a difference.
Join us.
Join us. Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
Boom! Hey, where are you going? You can't get by me. I'm #1 in this class. I rule this lab. I'm #1. Hey, I don't think so. Yes! Winner! I am a king! Woo!
You wouldn't do it there. So, don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
What?
Jerk.
With an interactive home security system from New Wave, your family comes home to peace of mind. Now we bring you the future of home security. Arm and disarm your system remotely from your office computer or iPhone. Even look in on family or pets with live video from inside your home. In an emergency, our 24/7 alarm monitoring responds with the help you need. Peace of mind wherever you are. Now available from New Wave Communications.
The Sports Roundtable represents one of our great traditions here in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas, and that's high school athletics. And nobody promotes it better than us here at YHC. What's new with the Roundtable this year? We're looking to add representatives from our local colleges, Southeast Missouri State, Arkansas State, and Three Rivers, to give us the inside scoop on local college athletics in our area. The Roundtable was designed to give local viewers in-depth analysis about teams and sports in our area, and we're geared up to go once again every Saturday morning live at 10 a.m.
And welcome back to the Bearcat Event Center. And at halftime, we've got a halftime score 46-31 in favor of the Scott County Central Braves. And Travis, we saw a slow start to both teams, but once they got after it after a few minutes of play, Scott County Central worked up a lead, and they're really getting their buckets underneath in between the blocks, and Risco having a hard time stopping that early on.
Well, Risco not shooting the ball well from the outside, from the perimeter. That's their game. And they're also making a lot of mistakes, a lot of unforced turnovers. Scott Central's playing very good defense, but they've forced some things and just too many mistakes there in the first half for Risco.
Yeah, unforced turnovers that we're not used to seeing from the Tigers all year long, but Scott County doing a very good job. LaMarcus Stewart having a very good first half, and Dominique Porter. So let's go ahead and touch on the first half scoring.
All right, for the Risco Tigers, Luke Bixler had 6 points in the first half. Jordan Pavey with 5. Austin White with 2. Jordan Pavey led them with 9 points. Jeremy Fowler with 5. Hunter Knight with 4. From the free throw line, they were an outstanding 9 of 11. For the Scott County Central Braves, Lorandis Banks with 7 points. Jalen Porter with 3. Antonio Johnson with 5. Dominique Porter with 18 points, led all scorers. LaMarcus Stewart had 13 from the free throw line. They were also a very respectable 4 of 7.
Yeah, Dominique Porter was the story of that first half. He's having his way underneath. He's typically a perimeter player, but going against a team like Risco, they're going to need an inside presence, and he's certainly stepping up and being just that for the Braves. And he's having his way underneath, and Risco haven't really found an answer for him.
No, they haven't. All of Porter's points are coming from inside the paint. That's a little different for him, as you say. He's usually more of a perimeter player, but with the smaller Tigers tonight, they've established him inside, and he's having a great game for Scott Central so far.
And Stewart's been phenomenal out front for the Braves. He's been able to to penetrate that Risco defense, get into the paint, and hit some jumpers. He's had a very nice first half, and Risco's going to have to really make some adjustments at halftime, come out and certainly defend the paint better. You can't have Dominique Porter and LaMarcus Stewart having their way and getting easy attempts there in the paint. So they got to seal that off and get out in transition. They got to force some missed missed shots by the Braves. Get out in transition. If the break isn't there, they shoot the ball very well in transition. So that's the way they can get back in this game very quickly. Getting out in transition, hitting the 3 ball on the break. They can do that very well, so that's got to be their plan coming into this third quarter.
Well, I'm sure Coach Wright told his team not to be comfortable with that 15-point lead because we know Risco can score in bunches, and they can score in a hurry. They can be right back in this and just very quickly.
They certainly can, and probably the key, as I mentioned earlier in the game, the rebounding is going to be a big point, and it certainly proved to be the case in the first half. But the defense of Scott County Central has really slowed down Risco. Risco likes to get up and down, even when they're giving up points. They like to get up and down, but Scott County's been able to slow them down, force them to be a half-court team, and that's out of their rhythm for the Tigers. They like to play fast, and they haven't been able to do so. That's why they need to get some stops in the half court so they can take those rebounds and get out in the open court, because that's got to be the way they got to get back into this game.
Well, that's exactly right. Scott Central's played a tremendous game defensively. One thing we want to keep an eye on here in the second half, Tyler, Scott Central's in just a little bit of foul trouble. They don't have a deep bench, and that could play in Risco's favor toward the end of the game.
I think they've got a few players with 2 fouls. Is that right?
Yes, Banks has 2, Johnson has 2, Porter has 2, Stewart has 2, Jalen Porter has 3.
Okay.
As far as the Tigers are concerned, Bixler with 2, White with 2, Pavey with 2, and Fowler, Knight, and Bixler 1 apiece. Scott Central with the ball to start the second half.
Deflected out of bounds.
Inside to number 21, Antonio Johnson, but he couldn't handle the pass. Oh, they're going to call that a deflection off of Risco. It stays with the Braves.
And 3-pointer no good. Rebound goes to Knight.
It's a good stop for Risco coming out on the second half. They're going to have to do a lot of that tonight, Tyler, to get back in this game.
Certainly are. And Scott County in the 3-2 zone set. Or 1-2-2. They really run that 1-2-2 pretty much all year long. Under Knight underneath. A little strong. Porter with a rebound.
Bringing it up the court. Dumps it off to Stewart. Won't fall. We're going to whistle Risco for a foul.
Risco foul number 34, Hunter Knight. Second personal, team foul number 1.
Knight's second foul. Now we stopped play for some reason. A wet spot maybe, I don't know. That appears to be the case, Tyler.
I don't think it's water. It might be some rosin on the court. Basically to dry your hands.
Right.
From this point, that's what it looks like. Just basically just spread it out. It should be just fine. Quick inbound. Stewart into the paint. Scores it.
Basket by LaMarcus Stewart for the Braves.
Picks up where he left off, and certainly right there on defense as well. Gives up to Banks. It's blocked and taken away by Knight. Nice defense by the Tigers.
He got the block and the takeaway. Nice defensive play by Knight.
Fowler with the jumper. Scores it.
He drained it.
Basket by Jeremy Fowler.
And that's Risco's game. Get out in transition. Get a good look. Porter into the paint, and he's blocked.
If they're going to call a foul there.
He's fouled on the shot, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
It's a blocking foul on Austin White, his third.
Risco foul number 14, Austin White. Third personal, team foul number 2. Shooting 2 for the Braves, Jalen Porter.
First one is good. And he drains the second.
2 for Jalen Porter.
Luke Bixler bringing the ball up now. Penetrates the press. Give and go right underneath, and he missed the layup.
That's a tough one for the Tigers. Braves coming away with it. Banks drives, pulls up, a little strong. Porter underneath, goes up, and he's fouled.
Draws the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And Porter just staying aggressive underneath, getting the rebound, second chance opportunities.
That's 3 fouls on Hunter Knight now.
Second shot on the way. Good.
He drained them both. Both these teams very good free throw shooters.
And nice drive there by Chris Pavey.
Basket by Chris Pavey for the Tigers.
Risco cannot afford to start trading baskets with the Braves. They're too far behind. We're going to have to get some good, solid defensive stops here, Tyler.
Pull-up jumper by Stewart. He knocks it down.
Basket by LaMarcus Stewart.
Pavey down to White. He splits the defense, scores it.
Basket by Austin White.
Looks like Don Porter starting to see 2 Tigers down in the paint every time he touches the ball.
Yep.
But
and
right
a
now,
steal there by Bixler, and he scores it.
Basket by Bixler for the Tigers.
Looks like Scott County got lulled to sleep there.
Risco's really picking up the defensive pressure on that full court press.
Stewart with it, grabs it, pulls up at the free throw line, no good. Pavey with a rebound.
Oh, the Risco fans wanted to call there, but they didn't get it.
Fowler with a follow away. Strong.
Oh, good. Knight with the rebound. Missed it.
Banks with the rebound.
For the Braves. Lobbed it out there. Johnson comes up with it over to Banks again. Missed the 15-foot jumper.
And Porter with the stick back.
Basket by Dominic Porter for the Braves.
He's just not being denied for those rebounds underneath. Alternate possession. Looks like it'll stay with the Tigers. I got the look on that possession right down under the goal, and Fowler was in position to get that rebound, but Porter just snuck right in there in front of him to seal off that rebound. He's just not being denied. He's getting those hustle points underneath for the Braves.
Well, he is so fast, so athletic.
And a quick pass down to Bixler, and he scores it.
Brandon Bixler for the Tigers.
First 2 points for Brandon Bixler tonight.
Porter gives it out to Stewart. Pull up, jumper by Stewart. He knocks it down.
He's got a hot hand too right now.
Well, he's been a big-time guard for the Braves tonight.
6 points in this quarter.
Quickly to Bixler. He scores it again. We're seeing Risco being able to get up court a lot quicker this half so far. And when they do, they've been having some scoring opportunities.
Right. That pass knocked out of bounds by Jordan Pavey.
To
stay with the Braves.
0-0, Luke Bixler.
Luke Bixler will back into the game for Risco. Risco has definitely picked up their defense here in the second half, Tyler, but they're still 15 points behind.
they're just going to chip away at this lead. You're just not going to get it back all at once, certainly against Scott County Central, but just got to chip away a little at a time.
Stewart pulling it out now, passing it down to Banks. Banks down to Jalen Porter, who drives. It's off the side of the backboard.
Chris Pavey on the
break.
break.
He goes coast to coast and lays it in.
Basket by Chris Pavey for the Tigers.
Porter on the drive.
His first bucket.
And a basket there by Jalen Porter.
Jalen Porter for the Braves.
He has 4 in the third quarter. Risco turns it over again. Porter driving the lane, and he lays it up, and he draws the foul.
And the foul. Chris Pavey a little late coming over.
Tyler, the Tiger fans don't like it, but that was a good call.
Well, Risco really started to get some momentum. They were getting some quick baskets and playing better on defense. And White almost come away with a steal, but he saved it, and it went right to Stewart, and they had numbers to get a quick score. So
that's right.
Risco started to get some momentum, but Scott County takes it right back.
Second foul on Chris Pavey. Porter drains the free throw, completes the old-fashioned three-pointed play. And we got Bixler bringing the ball up. Controlling the ball at the top of the key. Dumps it off to Fowler. Fowler over to Jordan Pavey.
That's Brandon Bixler with a shot.
Right.
Won't go.
In the paint, but he missed it. Jordan Pavey with the rebound, brings it out. Bixler dumping it off.
And Bixler was set to shoot there, but and it's Jordan Pavey with the shot.
Drained it.
Risco basket by Jordan Pavey.
His 11th point, first of the third quarter.
Oh, nice ball movement.
Oh, yeah.
Finished off by Antonio Johnson.
For the Braves.
His first 2 points of the second half.
Down to Brandon Bixler. Turns around, scores it.
Laid it in.
Brandon Bixler for Risco.
6 points for him, all here in the third quarter. Stewart bringing the ball up. Little jumper inside the lane. Jalen Porter with the rebound.
Risco's got to really shore off the boards to get that first rebound. That's what, they're making the good initial stop, but they need to secure the rebound. But Scott County's been relentless on the boards.
Jalen Porter makes the first.
Checking in for Risco, number 34, Hunter Knight, and number 10, Chris Pavey.
Pavey and Knight into the game for the Tigers. Second shot, no good. Out of bounds off of the Tigers. Had Knight and Pavey, Jordan Pavey, going for the rebound. Can't
Neither
secure
one
it.
got it. They knocked it out of bounds. That was the first missed free throw for the Braves there in the second half.
Porter underneath. He scores it and the foul.
Foul again.
Basket is good by Dominic Porter and the foul.
Well, that was a tough score right there. He had probably 2 or 3 Tigers around him. Found a way to the basket and the foul. And we've got a timeout on the floor. And we'll take a break and be right back.
Southeast Health is proud to announce that we've teamed with Cardiovascular Consultants, the largest cardiology group in Southeast Missouri, to bring you more experience with 6 cardiologists under one roof and more convenience with 2 facilities for outpatient diagnostics and clinics throughout the region. When it comes to cardiac care in the region, there is a difference. Southeast Health. To learn more, visit sehealth.org.
Would you turn that TV down, please? What? Turn the TV down, please. What?
If what you've seen here is a common problem in your home, then Audubell Hearing Centers of Poplar Bluff and Dexter would like to invite you to come.
And we're back to the action here. Porter trying to finish off a 3-point play, and he scores it.
10 points for Dom right here in the third quarter. Nice play there from Chris Pavey to drive the baseline.
Basket by Luke Bixler for the
Bixler,
Tigers.
excuse me.
1 minute remaining in this third quarter. And taken away by Chris Pavey. Nice behind the back pass to Bixler. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Scott County a little complacent on that series. Open the door for Risco.
Raise foul number 31, LaMarcus Stewart. Third personal team foul number 1.
That's Stewart's third personal foul.
At the line shooting 2, Luke Bixler for the Tigers.
And off the left side. Second shot rims off. Certainly need all the points they can get. Porter to Johnson. Great block by Jordan Pavey. Nice transition defense by the Tigers.
Very good getting back there. Looked like it was going to be another easy lay-in for the Braves, but Risco denied them.
Jalen Porter with a drive, scores it.
Nice little.
Basket by Jalen Porter.
And we've got a foul on the Braves, it looks like, or a technical foul.
Technical foul.
And a technical foul on the Braves number 11, Jalen Porter.
Jalen Porter charged with the technical foul.
It's his fourth personal team foul number 2. Shooting 2 for the Tigers, Jordan Pavey.
Jordan Pavey will go to the line to shoot 2. And he misses.
Checking in for Scott County Central, number 40, Kendall Blissett.
Drains the second one. Jalen looked a little confused there as to what the technical was about, but he must have said something the ref didn't like. They teed him up.
Well, he made a great move on the baseline. He may have told one of the players about it. Knight into the lane, gets it out to Pavey. He puts up a shot, no good. Rebound Braves.
Tremendous perimeter defense here tonight by Scott County Central.
That foul be charged to Luke Bixler. We're down to 22 seconds in the third quarter.
That's number 4 for Luke Bixler. Risco certainly can't afford to lose him.
Shooting for the Braves, Dominique Porter.
1-1 here. Made the first one, earns the second. Drains the second one as well.
2 for Dominique Porter.
Fowler bringing the ball out on the key. Pavey with the long shot, but he missed it.
Down to 10 seconds.
Big rebound there from Antonio Johnson.
3,
they dumped the
2.
ball into him low, and it's not. Count it.
And that brings it in to our third quarter. The Scott County Central Braves push it up to 23, 75 to 52 after 3. We'll be back with your fourth and final frame coming up next.
Would you turn that TV down, please? What? Turn the TV down, please. What?
If what you've seen here is a common problem in your home, then Audubell Hearing Centers of Poplar Bluff and Dexter would like to invite you to come in and try the new Range wireless hearing aid system. This new system plays your TV's sound directly into your hearing aids so that you and your loved ones can enjoy your favorite programs at a comfortable level.
I'm Danny Ford, owner of Glen Sane. We realize the best advertising we have is when our customers tell us about their buying experience at Glen Sane, with price and service.
We have an outstanding service and parts department that I think you'll be very, very proud of. Every day we come to work and look forward to selling our next GMC truck and have been doing so ever since my late grandfather, Glenn Sane, started the business in 1954.
We invite you to come and see us and see why so many are buying from us. And God bless our troops.
Back to your fourth quarter. Stewart on the drive, and he opens up nice for the Braves. And steal.
Steal by Porter. He was fouled on the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Risco foul number 34, Hunter Knight.
It's number 4 for Knight.
Team foul number 8, shooting 2, Dominique Porter.
Missed the first one.
Checking back in for the Tigers, number 00, Luke Bixler.
Drain the second one.
1 for Dominique Porter.
Fowler in the corner for the deep 3, and he drained it.
3-point basket. Jeremy Fowler for the Tigers.
They're really going to have to open up the 3-point shooting.
Oh, he drive the lane, but he missed the layup. Oh. Did they whistle Bixler? He's done.
Foul number 00, Luke Bixler.
He is fouled out of the game, Tyler.
Team foul number 9.
Big loss for Risco. Their leading scorer just took a seat on the bench for the rest of the game.
Antonio Johnson. Checking back in for the Tigers, number 10, Chris Pavey.
Not a bad sub there. They got Chris Pavey that checked in for him, so not a bad substitution. They've got the guards to do it. They've got the the ball handling and the shooting capability to get back in this game, but they're really going to have to really start defending well and knocking down some shots.
2 for Antonio Johnson for the Braves.
Fowler.
Oh, he should have took the inside shot there.
Had an opportunity, pulls it out. Pavey with a 3 on the right side. No good.
There's Porter with another rebound. Pushing it up the court. Dumps it off to Stewart. Stewart inside.
Out of bounds off of Jordan Pavey. It'll stay with the Braves.
Antonio Johnson missing the shot there. They're going to whistle number 20 there, Jordan Pavey, for his 4th foul.
Risco foul number 20, Jordan Pavey.
He just reached in and grabbed his arm there, Tyler.
Yeah, the Braves are in the double bonus now. They've shown the ability to shoot well from the line, so this is certainly
having a fantastic night from the free throw line.
Certainly not what the Tigers want.
Certainly not. We started the second half talking about the Braves being in foul trouble. It's been just the opposite here, Tyler, in the second half.
2 for Dominique Porter for Scott County Central.
Only 2 fouls whistled on Scott County Central here in the second half.
Chris Pavey on the drive. He scores it.
Basket by Chris Pavey for the Tigers.
His first points in the 4th quarter. Stewart dumps it down.
And
the
thrown
Johnson
away.
can't handle the pass. Out of bounds to Risco. Pavey now dumping it off to, and he drives the lane again. Number 10, Chris Pavey.
For Risco for 2.
He drove the lane real nicely there, Tyler.
He's certainly going to have to step up for the Tigers.
Porter
2 more points for Don Porter. What a surprise. He's having a monster game.
Pull-up jumper by Jordan Pavey, no good. Fowler, shot at the elbow, sinks it.
He got it to go.
Basket by Jeremy Fowler for the Tigers.
Yeah, we've got a timeout on the court. We'll take one and be right back.
Did your little storm knock out the power? Well, excuse me for not noticing.
Hate to disappoint you, old man Winter. Better luck next time.
If the power goes out, your Generac standby generator goes on, automatically.
Down trees? Flash floods? Is that all you've got?
Stand up to the threat of outages with Generac and never feel powerless.
At Allen Christian and Dexter, you'll like the way we do business for many reasons.
We make the buying experience simple with a large selection of Buicks and GMCs to choose from.
We offer quality pre-owned vehicles priced to fit any budget. No gimmicks, guaranteed.
Shop us any day, anytime, here in Dexter or online at allenchristian.com.
We service what we sell with one of the most experienced service departments in the Heartland area. Selection, price, experience, family owned for over 53 years. Allen Christian Buick GMC, Dexter.
And back to the action. Scott County with the possession. Porter.
Blissett dumps it down to Porter. Drives the lane.
And
2 more points.
What a move by Porter.
Nice pass inside there to number 14, Austin White. His first 2 points of the fourth quarter.
Banks on the drive. Scoop shot. Blocked away. It'll stay with the Braves. Nice defense.
Nice block there by Jordan Pavey.
Number 20, Tyler Masters.
Masters back in the game for the Braves. Banks taking it out of bounds for the Braves. Off to Johnson. Johnson, top of the key. They lost the handle. Risco with the steal. Chris Pavey is having an excellent game. I believe we got a timeout here by the Braves.
Yeah, looks to be the case. We'll take a break and be right back.
Country takes of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the Pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring.
Scott County inbounds.
Banks over to Stewart. Stewart brings the ball up the court. Takes it right in. 2 more points.
He's just having his way out front. LaMarcus Stewart. Nice block
there.
Banks with the block.
Rebound over to Risco, though.
Chris Pavey for the Tigers.
That's 8 points in the quarter for Chris Pavey, Tyler. He's having a great game here for Risco. Yeah, they're going to whistle number 20, Jordan Pavey, for the push-off, and now he's out of the game with his 5th foul.
Risco foul number 20, Jordan Pavey. It's his 5th personal at the line, shooting 2 for the Braves.
Now Jordan Pavey fouls out of the game. He stepped up big for the Tigers tonight. In that second quarter, they had a hard time getting going. He came in and gave them a spark there in the second quarter.
Yes, he scored 9 of his 12 points in the second quarter. But he fouled the wrong man, Tyler.
Number 24, Matt Cummins.
Yeah, Porter's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
He's been as dominant from the charity stripe as he has been from the paint tonight. And he missed the first one. Unusual. Only his 3rd missed free throw tonight. Hits the second.
1 for Dominic Porter.
Pavey on the drive. Scoop shot. Rims off.
Missed the layup. Battling down there for the rebound. Jump ball. Will stay with the Tigers.
4:13 remaining in this game.
Scott Central with a 21-point lead, but there's no quit in these Tigers, Tyler. Fowler with the deep three, hits the top of the backboard. Knight with the shot, missed it. And Porter with the rebound. Lost the handle, but then got the ball back. Dumps it down to Stewart. Stewart brings it up the court. Drives by his man, into the lane. 2 more points. 6 in the quarter for Stewart. He's driving the lane at will now, Tyler.
He's had his way all game. And a traveling violation there by Cummins. Matt Cummins, the junior for the Tigers, into the game. Now with 3:39 remaining in this game.
Can't get the ball in. Calls the timeout for Scott County Central.
We've got a quick timeout. We'll be right back.
For more than 75 years, the law firm of Crow, Reynolds, Shetley, McVeigh, and Shear, LLP, has served the legal needs of Southeast Missouri. Located at 308 1st Street in Kennett, Crow, Reynolds, Shetley, McVeigh, and Shear, LLP is a full-service law firm providing representation in a wide range of areas, such as personal injury, workers' compensation, family law, criminal law, probate, business, and estate planning. For all your legal needs, call Crow, Reynolds, Shetley, McVeigh, and Shear, LLP at 573-888-4664.
And we're back to the action.
Scott Central will try to get it in bounds now. Banks lobs it over. Porter bringing the ball up the court. And they're going to call number 10, Chris Pavey, for the foul. He just reached out and grabbed Don Porter by the jersey.
Risco foul number 10, Chris Pavey, 3rd personal at the line, shooting 2.
3rd foul on Pavey. Dominique Porter back to the free throw line for 2. Hits the first one. And the second.
2 for Dominique Porter.
3.5 minutes remaining.
Chris Pavey now with the ball. Bringing it to the top of the key. Launches the 3. It won't go. Porter with the rebound. Pushing it up the floor. Dumps it over to Stewart. Stewart, top of the key to Banks. Banks from the free throw line. Dumps it down to Porter. Misses the shot. Gets his own rebound. Draws the foul. What an incredible game from Dominique Porter.
He certainly has had one, and it's all the hustle points that you saw there. He got his own rebound, stayed aggressive towards the basket, and he's been to the line probably 20 times tonight. And just an overall great effort on his part. And we've got another Tiger to foul out. That's Hunter Knight.
Hunter Knight fouled out of the game. That's number 3 for the Tigers to foul out. And they keep fouling the wrong man, Tyler. Oh, Porter misses one. And he drained the back end of those 2 free throws. Pavey pushing it up the court now for Risco. Driving the lane, drops it down, but who's there? Dominique Porter. Dumped it off. Banks, his second slam of the game. Now they're going to whistle Scott Central for a rare foul here in the second half. Only the 3rd team foul. 3rd personal of Antonio Johnson. Risco taking the ball out of bounds. Pavey controlling the ball. Dumps it inside now to Brandon Bixler, who's going to draw the foul.
Race foul number 20, Tyler Masters.
His first.
Team foul number 4.
First on Masters, that is.
For the Tigers.
Brandon Bixler will shoot 2. Drains the first one. Misses the second. Jalen Porter with the rebound. Dumps it off to Banks. Banks dribbling the ball now. Pavey guarding him. Dumps it off to Stewart. Stewart, top of the key. Drive in the paint again. Little give and go. And he lost the ball out of bounds. Pavey now bringing the ball up again for Risco. Underneath to Brandon Bixler, and he puts it in for 2. He's had a good second half for the Risco Tigers. Stewart bringing it up the court now for SCC. Down in the corner to Masters. Masters back up. Dropping it down now to Dom Porter. He drains it in the paint again. Oh, they're going to get him for the reach-in foul there. His third foul.
Foul on the Braves, Dominique Porter.
Minute 46 remaining in this game.
Checking in for the Braves, number 30, Stephen Minner. Number 33, Kevin Coleman.
Minner and Coleman into the game now for the Braves. And number 40, Kendall Blissett, about to check back in.
Deep
long
three by
three-pointer for Fowler. Off the front of the rim. Gets his own rebound. Down to Bixler, who misses the lay-in. And Porter with the rebound. Pushing it up. Dumps it off inside. And Johnson scores it.
Basket by Antonio Johnson.
Pavey pushing it up. And he's going to draw the foul.
Scott County breaking that century mark.
Braves foul number 30, Stephen Minner.
First foul for Minner. Pavey will shoot 2.
And one thing I didn't expect tonight is the clock to run, which it won't now. 30-point advantage just then. The clock ran.
Wholesale substitutions now for the Braves. No, Tyler, I don't think either one of us expected to see a blowout here tonight.
Yeah, plenty of substitutions here. Get some kids into the game.
And he hit both of them.
Chris Pavey.
Banks now bringing it up the court for the Braves. They're just trying to run some clock now. He dumps it down to number 33, Coleman. Coleman back to Banks. Banks deep into the corner. It's number 40, Kendall Blissett. He misses the shot, gets his own board, lost the ball, and it's out of bounds to Risco.
Now 42 seconds remaining in this game.
Basket by Sean Eakins for Risco.
First points for Eakins here tonight. Long three-pointer misses. Rebounds there by Eakins. He's bringing it up the court. And now they'll run the clock out. I'm sure Risco will try to get another shot here. Long three-pointer. Off. Number rebound by Risco. Put back in by number 22, Cody Young. His first 2 points of the game. And that's the ball game. Final score, Scott County Central 100, Risco 76.
Scott County Central Braves and to the Risco Tigers for a very good season.
Well, Tyler, congratulations to Scott County Central. Third year in a row they beat Risco here in the sectional round. But the Risco Tigers had a great season. They set a school record for the number of wins, but unfortunately their season comes to an end, and Scott County Central moves on.
Certainly. And we'll take a quick break and be back with the final stats and discussion and looking ahead to the next round for the Scott County Central Braves in the Class 1 state tournament. We'll be back in just a moment.
People come from everywhere to get their deal from Lincoln Lacey. They come from Midland, Bloomfield, or and from New Madrid, Bertrand, Campbell, Parma, Kelso, Lilburn, Portageville, Risco, Bernie. Lincoln Lacey is your domestic auto lease headquarters. From Rector, Arkansas, Gideon, Sykes, Head in Arkansas, Morehouse, Dexter, Minor, East Prairie, Charleston, Chaffee, Pollard, Arkansas. Come on out to Lincoln Lacey in Malden.
Hello, I'm Dr. Terry Swinger, and I'm so pleased that YHC-TV will be carrying so many sporting events this year, both boys and girls. These events help with leadership, personality development, and I would like to wish all of our students and all of our schools a safe and successful year.
If you have the audacity to believe a financial advisor should talk with you, not at you.
If you have the nerve to believe meeting eye to eye helps you see eye to eye.
If you believe access to your financial advisor should be a right, not a privilege.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and ThinkTime make a difference. Join us.
Join us. Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
Hey, great party. Oh, thanks. Here you go. One hamburger, medium well. This is well done. No. That's medium well. What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned. That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
With an interactive home security system from New Wave, your family comes home to peace of mind. Now we bring you the future of home security. Arm and disarm your system remotely from your office computer or iPhone. Even look in on family or pets with live video from inside your home. In an emergency, our 24/7 alarm monitoring responds with the help you need. Peace of mind wherever you are. Now available from New Wave Communications.
And we're back with you post-game from the Bearcat Event Center in Dexter. We've got a final score of Scott County Central 100, Risco 76. So not quite the finish we expected here from Dexter tonight, but nonetheless a great effort by the Scott County Central Braves come away with the victory tonight. Go ahead and touch on the scoring.
All right, for Risco, Luke Bixler had 12 points in the game, Chris Pavey 17, Austin White with 6, Jordan Pavey with 12, Cody Young with 2, Jeremy Fowler with 10, Hunter Knight with 4, Sean Eakins with 2, and Brandon Bixler with 9. For Scott County Central, Larandis Banks with 9 points in the game, Jalen Porter with 10, Antonio Johnson with 13, Dominique Porter with 42 points. Just a monster game. And then LaMarcus Stewart with 25. Not bad.
Not bad. So, as you saw there, it all started with Dominique Porter and LaMarcus Stewart. Dominique Porter had his way underneath. He didn't really play much of a perimeter game, but when the Braves need him to take an inside presence, he can certainly do that, such as he did tonight. He worked hard on the boards. We didn't get to keep up with the rebounds tonight, but I'm sure he had double-digit rebounds for the Braves tonight, and he just worked so hard under there. He would not be denied the offensive rebounds that they needed, the second chance opportunities, and we talked about that earlier in pregame, that would be a key to the game. Who can shore off the rebounds and force the other teams to only have one shot at the basket. And Scott County certainly proved that they could play physical underneath, get second chance opportunities, and it certainly came out that way in the end. And LaMarcus Stewart had his way out front, getting into the paint pretty much at will, and that opened up a lot of things for the others there going towards the basket. So we thought that it was going to be, a lot of three-point shooting tonight, but we didn't really see that. Scott County pretty much concentrated on the inside game, penetration, dishing off, and also getting Porter the ball to where he could get into the post and make some shots underneath, and that certainly was the case.
Well, Risco has lived and died all year with the three-point play, Tyler, and they certainly died with it tonight. I think they only had 3 3-pointers here tonight. We can look that up, check it definitely here in a minute. But Scott Central really didn't rain the threes here tonight either. They really didn't have to, with Dominique Porter controlling the paint and Stewart controlling the perimeter. It was the Porter and Stewart show here tonight. They were both very, very impressive. And credit Scott Central's perimeter defense on Risco's lack of outside scoring and three-point shot. Every shot nearly was contested. They really played hard defensively here tonight.
They certainly did, and what I thought was interesting part of the game, especially early on, Risco kind of had to play with basically playing straight up. Usually they're going full court basketball all the time, whether it's a missed basket or it's a made basket, they're out and running. But Scott County really extended their defense to the full court or three-quarter court, and forced them to play a little slower tempo, and they certainly did that through the course of the game. And Risco never got into their rhythm to where they're just go, get the open shots in transition. It just really never came.
Well, Risco did a lot better job taking care of the ball in the second half. Not nearly as many unforced turnovers, but unfortunately they fouled a lot in the second half, which they didn't do in the first half. And Scott County Central just absolutely was spot on from the free throw line here tonight. They just shot tremendously, high percentage, both from the field and from the charity stripe, and that's always going to equal a win.
Sure. And a fine effort for Scott County Central Braves tonight. We'll just take a look forward of what Scott County Central has in front of them. They advance from tonight's game. We're in the top half of the bracket here. There's still there's 16 teams to start with. This is the top half of the state tournament. They will advance, take on the winner of Eminence and Hurley. That game's taking place tonight, and that game next Saturday at 2:15 will take place at the Three Rivers College campus over in Poplar Bluff, Gene Bass Activity Center, this coming Saturday at 2:15. So you can look forward to that matchup potentially with Eminence. You would almost expect Eminence to come away with that win. They've only got 4 or 5 losses on the year. Hurley, I think right around 500 ball for their record. So you would expect Eminence to come away with that win, and potentially Scott County Central and Eminence in that quarterfinal round, and Scott County probably the favorite to go back to the semifinals once again this year. We talked about them coming into this year that they were going to be a little down, but doesn't look like they're down all that much.
No, it certainly doesn't. They played a tremendous game here tonight. That Eminence Ball Club is going to give them a good game, I feel. They knocked off South Iron in their district championship, and South Iron was ranked, I believe, number 3 in Class 1.
Yes.
So that'll be a good ball game over in Poplar Bluff this coming Saturday. Presuming they do beat Hurley. As you said, Hurley's just about 500, but they seem to have a hot hand right now. And in playoff time, anything can happen.
It certainly can. And Scott County Central, as we mentioned going into this game with Risco, they're going to be small, just like Risco is. But in Class 1 ball, that's what you expect. You don't really expect a whole lot of size when you get into these small schools. I mean, you might run into a 6'2", 6'3", maybe a 6'4", at the tallest. So if there's really not a whole lot of size coming to defend the Scott County Central Braves, I think they can hang with anyone in the state, whether the other team's got size or not. They'll be able to run with anyone. So it's going to be hard to keep up with these Braves, especially when Stewart's playing the way he is out front. He's almost unguardable out there at the front. He gets into the paint, and he rises up high with that jump shot, and he finishes well. And Porter, we haven't really been able to see Porter play his strength out on the perimeter. He just does so much underneath for the Braves, and he's so hard to guard at the post because he uses his lateral quickness to get around the defenders, and he's awful tough underneath. He's very aggressive, and with that combination, with the others filling around doing their part, Scott County's going to be a tough team to beat, and we may be looking at eventual 4 straight state championships for the Braves going for it once again this year.
Well, until somebody knocks them off, the state championship still runs through Scott County Central. And certainly we've seen what they lack in size, they more than make up for with quickness and just pure athletic ability. Coach Kreitz got these boys really prepared. They're playing outstanding basketball right now. They play great defense, and they are going to be a tough out.
There certainly will be. Risco, a fine season, their best season in school history, 24-4. I think they finally broke their win record for the season, 24 wins, most in school history. A fine season by the Tigers, one of the top teams in our area for the small schools, and they've shown it all year long that they deserve to be one of the top teams, and just ran into a tough Scott County Central bunch that basically they're in their run right now, making their state title run, and nothing to be ashamed of by the Risco Tigers. They're going to be graduating quite a few seniors, so going to see a little shake-up in their lineup over the next few years. So, but it's been a privilege to have the Risco Tigers here on YHC. Here in the past few years, they've made a great run, 3 straight district championships, but just happened to run up against arguably the top team in the state just in the next round. So it's a little disappointing in that regard to run up against such talent in the next round.
Well, I know Risco really thought this was going to be their year to finally get over that Scott County Central hump. It just didn't happen tonight. We knew they were going to have to shoot the ball well from outside, particularly from three-point land. But Scott County Central's defense, their perimeter defense in particular, just did not allow them to ever get on track, not from the get-go. They locked them down. They had a hand in a shooter's face. And then they controlled the boards, and Risco didn't get any putbacks. So
Certainly.
Just credit to Scott County Central. They were just clearly the better team here tonight.
Certainly were, but a fine game nonetheless. We were looking forward to this, have been all year for these small schools, Scott County Central, Risco, and fine effort by both teams tonight. We appreciate all of you tuning in from around the country. I hear that we've got viewers from all over the country tonight. We appreciate all of you tuning in over YHCTV.com, of course, here on New Wave Channel 21. And we'll be televising one more game, Travis. We've got one more game here on YHC. That's next Saturday, 2:45, right here from the Bearcat Event Center, the Class 2 quarterfinals. The winner moving on to the state Final Four in Class 2. And, of course, we're hoping for Hayti and Oran, our 2 Southeast Missouri teams, playing in the sectional round tomorrow night. So we'll be looking forward to seeing who those 2 teams will be right here on the court at the Bearcat Event Center next Saturday. So only one more broadcast left, and we'll wrap it up for the year. It's been a fun year. And, Travis, we appreciate you coming along with us to share the experience in the postseason basketball. It's just a very exciting time.
Always a pleasure, Tyler. Thank you for having me back on.
All right, and we appreciate all of you tuning out there. For myself, Tyler Wagner, Travis Cotermus, Andy King on the camera for tonight's game. We'll see you next Saturday for another one. Take care, everyone.